Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and work with the examples in the book, starting on section 1.1. I highly recommend you go ahead and read the book first, and then come follow the examples with me. That'll definitely help you get more understanding of the examples as we work through them. I am going to lecture from the book, and in the case it looks like from the discussions and questions throughout the week I need to do additional problems, I will, but your standard lessons will be straight from the book. So again, I opened the file in Paint, Microsoft Paint, as you can see, and I'll go ahead and post my notes online after we finish them. We're going to just start with example 1 on page 3, and they're asking us to evaluate this expression. They give us two problems. One is 3 plus 4x, the other one is 4 times x plus 3 with x equal to 5. So when we evaluate expressions, what we do is we simply plug in the value that they give us for x anywhere we see an x into the expression. So this first one, we see we have an x right here next to the 4. This is a coefficient, so the relationship between 4 and the x here is multiplication. So all we do is say we have 3 plus 4 times x, which is, they tell us is 5, and we're going to compute that. Now we have to use order of operations. Order of operations tells us in this case that multiplication comes before addition. So we go 3 plus 4 times 5 is 20. And now we go ahead and just complete the addition. 3 plus 20 is 23. And that's our final answer. Again, identify it with the box or circle it somehow. Now we'll go ahead and do the same thing with the next expression. We just plug in 5 everywhere we see an x. So we go 4 times the quantity of 5 plus 3. And again, order of operations tells us that we have to complete the operation inside the parenthesis first this time. So now we get 4 times 5 plus 3 is 8. Now we have 4 times 8, and that is equal to 32. So we evaluated the two expressions for x equal to 5. In example 2, it gets a little more difficult. They ask us to evaluate the expression, but now they give us two variables. And the values for the variables are x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 4. So we do the same type of thing. So don't make it harder than it really is. All we got to do is plug in everywhere we see an x, we put 6. Everywhere we see an y, we put 4. So this second example becomes 5 times 6 minus 3 times 4. Now you see I use parentheses here. That just helps me to separate, make sure I don't put 56 or 34, that it's 5 times 6 and 3 times 4. Now we go ahead and order of operations tells us we do multiplication first. 5 times 6 is 30. Minus 3 times 4 is 12. And now we do the subtraction. 30 minus 12 is 18. That's our answer. Let's circle it or box it in. The next expression is a little bit longer, but it's the exact same concept. So we can go ahead and rewrite it to the side. We'll go to pull it to the side. 3 times 6. So here I want to show you a different way to write multiplication. 3 times 6 with a dot there. Plus 5 times y, 5 times 4. Plus 2. All divided by 2 times x, which is 6. Minus y, which is 4. Now we really have to understand order of operations here. When we do order of operations, we look through no parentheses, no exponents, so we go ahead and do the multiplication first. And we get 3x, or 3 times 6, which is 18, plus 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 2, all over 2 times 6, which is 12, minus 4. Now the order of operations here tells us we have to do whatever's on top separate and then what's on bottom separate, and then we can divide. So let's just work on the top for right now. 18 plus 20 plus 2 is 40. Now we can go to do the bottom. 12 minus 4 is 8. And now we have a nice simple problem. What started off really complex is now something really simple. 40 divided by 8 is 5. So those are the first two examples. I'm going to be breaking up the videos into some smaller sections. That way you have an opportunity to review them without having to sit down for a full 30 minutes. So I'm going to be breaking down between 5 and 10 minute sessions. So go ahead and try some of the examples in the book that relate to evaluating expressions and come back and watch the second video. Good luck.